Cause, but I still love. Got 100 different in my cell phone. Still 33 for love. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that ladder on the grass, spin it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Gresham, I'm on Flat Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Bally's, let them go. Then it's right back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Colts going up against the Cowboys.
Larry, it has been a tumultuous yet utterly riveting 2018 NFL season, and it all comes to a close here tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 53 from two-year-old Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. 50 years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On second down, Trubisky. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky being chased out left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 3-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. For the first touchdown of Super Bowl 53. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Dobbs is throwing. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First and 10, Dobbs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now Trubisky to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On first down, Dobbs to throw. He hits Taliaferro. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Dobbs now on second down. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
In motion left is Hopkins. On third down, that's Grant. And oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now Dobbs. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, 38 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Trubisky dancing to his left. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play. Obviously, instead he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. There, the Colts are going to take over with a football. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On second down, Dobbs. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a carry for Lorenzo Taliaferro. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here we go. Brian 38. Brian 38. Black round. Black round.
To throw is Dobbs. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go. Black round.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped. And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Dobbs, able to push his way through, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the carry, it's Taliaferro. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Back to throw Dobbs. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd and 4.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. Brian 38.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty. After
the interception, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Dez. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Super Bowl 53 as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Let's go. Cut.
They're going to try and throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with a football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely.
And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And he's into the clear. 30, 20, 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Flush to his right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Trubisky. A dump down to McKinnon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sean Lee in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go! 38!
Now it's Taliaferro. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Dobbs is throwing, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is Taliaferro, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Lorenzo Taliaferro, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Colts have taken the lead.
Brandon, that's climbing the hill. And not only climbing it, but finally getting to the top and over. What a comeback.
What a comeback indeed. I mean, Charles, that was a 3-score deficit at one point that they were facing.
And let's face it, many times teams in that situation, they pretty much pack it in for the game.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts.
And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he coughed it up. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Dobbs now on second down. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They run with Taliaferro. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And Chuck Pagano, he's told his offense, stay out there. We're going for it.
Here we go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing! Ohio! Let's round!
They'll try it on the ground. Taliaferro. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.